The new season of Rainbow Six is coming out on the 14th of June. I'm so excited. We finally have a new release date. The most important thing is the new season. That means we're going to rank up, get our new ranks, and play a lot better. If you guys want tips on how to get better at the new season and also win your rank games, check out my video on what you should know before you do your placements. But when you do your placements, you got to make sure you're playing the right operators. Now, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the attackers you should be playing in Vector Glare. I'll be going over 5 operators, so let's start with the first one, who is Flores. Now, the reason I picked Flores first is because he is probably one of the most meta operators right now in the game. You might see in competitive matches he gets banned a lot, but there's a reason why he's being banned so much. I would say Flores' best maps are Oregon, Consulate, Chalet, Cafe, Order, Skyscraper, Theme Park, and Villa. Now, if we take a look at Flores' loadout, he has the AR-33, choice of a DMR, but his secondary is just a mini pistol, but that's the only small part. He can actually shoot back, but his 4 gadgets, what makes him really unique compared to other soft breachers like Zofia, Ash, Finka, you know, they all have like 3 explosives, 3 to 2 explosives that they can use, but Flores has 4. And the best part is you don't have to worry about holding a grenade and getting shot and, you know, being swung while you're doing that. Flores can actually clear almost everything in sight that's bulletproof while being outside the building just because he's on a drone. Now, I would say Flores is the best in about, I'd say, gold to champion elo. He's definitely not really needed in the lower ranks just because people don't really have that complicated of a setup. But as you want to rank up and beat harder people, bring Flores. I guarantee you it will break down like a stick. And also don't forget that he has 3 flashbangs if your Flores drones somehow don't work. The only counter to him is Mute and Mozzie, but those shouldn't be a problem because they're pretty easy to clear. Now, if you want to get Flores, he is around 20,000 renown, I believe, with the new season coming out. It's going to make him about a year and a half old. So as operators go on, operators become cheaper. And luckily, everybody on the list I'm about to tell you right now is all under $20,000 for renown. That'd be crazy. $20,000 for a freaking operator? Dude, that'd be nuts. And I think one more thing that makes Flores just that much better and why you should buy him, he might be a little expensive, but if you think about it, instead of having to clear, you know, my gadgets, Jaeger devices, all those complicated setups, you know, it's like a spider web trying to even get to the shield. But all you need to do is just drive the little drone and press mouse 1 and boom, all your problems will be exploded away. The second operator that we're going to be talking about, everybody knows her. Everybody's been talking about her. It's Finka. Now, the reason why you should buy Finka in Vector Glare, oh, but isn't she getting nerfed and stuff like that? Not necessarily. It's mostly just her LMG. We might get updates in the future, but right now, Finka is looking like the strongest attacker in the game right now. You would be stupid to not even use her in your lineup. The thing is, she is so good that she works on every single map, every single bomb site, in any rank. Now, why should you be picking Finka? Well, it's pretty easy. I just explained it to you guys. She has adrenaline surges, so basically she can heal everybody up 3 times. So if you ever get shot into a gunfight, maybe you run into a Capcan trap, boost up, and your team, like their health gets fixed up like a band-aid. Not only that, you have very strong utility. There's literally not a weak side of Finka. She has a 2 armor, 2 speed. She has a great weapon, LMG. LMG's insanely broken, needs to be nerfed. Luckily, it's gonna be nerfed in 3 months, but that's way too much time. You guys personally know I like to use the spear, the AR. If you guys use the Finka AR, please comment down in the comments. Let me know. I want to see all my Finka AR connoisseurs. But aside from her amazing loadout, she has 2 grenades that can get easy kills and clear any utility, and a Gon 6, which is just handy no matter where you go. She is the strongest operator right now. Please buy her. And I believe she is around 10,000 renown by the end of this season. The next operators I want to talk about next are very, very important as well. Coming number 3 at our list. Now, this is kind of 2 operators, but they both serve the same purpose. I didn't really know who to choose, so I just gonna say both of them. That is the Heartbreachers Ace and Habana. Ace and Habana, the reason why I chose those 2 and not aside from the other Heartbreacher, Thermite. The reason is I think Thermite is still a good choice, but I think everybody already has him, and also he is not needed on every bomb site. But with Ace and Habana, they will drastically improve your attacks by so much because they bring so much to the table. And let's think about why. So let's talk about Ace first. Ace has the AK-12. Do not run the shotgun, please do not. But with a good loadout, that makes him a fragger after he uses up all of his Selmas. Now, the reason his Selmas are so important And I don't think there's a best heart breacher in the game, but what makes Ace unique is that he's able to make thermite size holes almost while keeping a distance away. And that's something that Habana can't really do. That's why you should bring Ace a lot. You don't have to worry about getting C4 from below or anything like that. And the best part is you have 3 of them. You can open up different lines of sight everywhere else. So if you mess up one, you still have 2 left. And unfortunately, he used to have smoke grenades, if you guys remember, if you're an OG Ace player, but he doesn't have smokes anymore. But he has 2 claymores or the choice of 3 breaching charges, which is pretty good. But Ace works on every bomb site. That's why I want you guys to bring them as much as possible. Being able to open up that wall, or he's not even really, he's considered a support player, but he just has an amazing weapon, which makes him so much fun to play. He's very easy for new people too, so I recommend you buy him, and he's at currently 20,000 renown right now. And his little doppelganger that we're going to talk about is Habana, and why you should be playing Habana more in Vector Glare. Habana, as we all know, everybody knows where a gadget is, but if you're new to the game, that's all right. She is another heart breacher, but she has an amazing kit. She has 3 flashbangs to clear, a great secondary weapon, the Bearing 9, and the third primary, she has either the shotgun or the AR, but you should be bringing the AR most of the time. The AR still has the ACOG or the 1.5 scope of your choice. It doesn't matter, but you're still able to frag out on support, which I think is a big misconception, is that, oh, if you go support, then you can have a negative 6 KD, which I don't think is the case. But the thing is, she's able to open up hatches, make holes, and lines of sight all. She's just very, very versatile. I would say the only downside to Habana is that you can't really make really big holes, but you don't really need to make a lot of big holes if you're bringing precise already. So if you're looking to support your team while also fragging out, I recommend that you guys buy Ace and Habana. I believe Habana is 10,000 renown right now, so she's very, very cheap. Please, please, please buy her. All right, next up we have a very, very strong operator you guys are probably familiar of, and she's very distinct when you hear her gadget go off, is Nomad. Nomad is probably one of the best operators that you can play, whether you're solo queue or you're 5 stacked. She can just do it all. Now, what makes you Nomad so unique from like Gridlock or Zero is I think Nomad, her gadget can work on like every doorway in the game. Every map has a doorway, so I think her best maps are anything. Her gadgets are her AK, and her other really, really popular gun is the ARX. And the ARX has the 2X, which is very strong too. The reason why I say you should bring Nomad a lot in the next season of Vector Glare is that because if you want to win a lot of games, you're going to face up a lot of flankers and a lot of people being aggressive at you. We all know like the worst part of ranked is that sometimes people are just dumb aggressive and they get away with it. But with Nomad, that really decreases that chance of them slipping past your setups because they can't flank you while everything's all jabbed off. And her having 3 flashbangs is really good. That way you're able to clear out corners, rooms, and even clear utility as well. I would say Nomad is good in almost every rank too, just because every player has the natural ability to flank mid-round, or they want to try to disrupt you. I think a map Nomad really sticks out to me is Coastline, because I think on Coastline, she is like the whole, like Coastline and Skyscraper are all just doorways. So if you can block those off, those staircases, you're looking pretty good in the round. And the best way to play Nomad, in case you guys want to win a lot more of your games, is that I recommend that you learn when to be passive, when to be aggressive. So picking Nomad, you're naturally kind of already the flank watch. So you should have your drones in positions where, you know, you want to be sneaky in rooms that you know people like to flank in, but it's in a corner, so that way you can kind of get a jump and kill them. I think you should be helping your entries getting droned in a little bit earlier in the round, so you don't want to be the first pick or the first engagement if possible. But late round, I want to make sure that your jabs are all down in current positions where people like to flank. But overall, I think she's a solid pick that you should be picking next season. And the last important operator that I want to talk about is very, very good, and I think he's a little harder to use. I would say he is good to bring in around, I'd say gold to champion, I'd say. And that is Maverick. Maverick, as we know, has the blowtorch. He's literally able to go through K-claws. There's literally no counter to him. I'd say with Thatcher being banned about 90% of the time in ranked, that he is kind of the substitute, that he might take a little bit more skill than Thatcher, but if you can inherit that skill to use him, he can be very strong. I think what makes Maverick very similar to the other heart breachers is that with Habana, you're able to make little holes, you know, you can make anything, but with Maverick, the same thing too. But if you want to make a bigger breach, bigger than Ace or Thermite, I would say, maybe not Thermite, but you're able to get a lot of the wall torn off with your blowtorch. So bringing a Zofia or a Buck or a Sledge is a very good combination to him, and I think everybody likes to play those ops too. And the best part is that with Ace, Maverick, and Habana, they all have good weapons. It's not like you're kind of stuck with maybe Therm's weapon. Therm's weapon is not that bad, but the fire rate's a little eh. But with Maverick's weapon, you have the 1.5, put vertical grip or end grip on it if you want. And you have 2 grenades. 2 grenades is very important for clearing utility and getting easy kills. I highly recommend that you pick Maverick in your next rank game of Vector Glare. I would say Maverick's best maps are Oregon, Clubhouse, Bank, Chalet, Cafe, Border, Skyscraper, and Theme Park. Now you might be thinking, oh, you just listed all of the maps. I didn't leave some of them in there just because I think Maverick is not as necessary to opening up some walls. You know, there's some maps where you can just walk in a door and win the round from there. But when you really need to open up a wall, or there's like a K-Claw really countering you, it's going to be hard to get inside the building without losing any utility or casualties. So Maverick, all the way from the outside, is just, you know, he can do he can do it all. So if you're bringing Flores, Finka, Nomad, Ace or Habana, and Maverick next season, I guarantee you're gonna win a lot more games, obviously, if you play them correctly. Now, if you guys want to see me use those operators and kind of get more of an insight, just watch my stream on twitch.tv/Athieno. I play almost all of these operators like all the time, so I think it's really good if you tune into my stream and you can ask me any questions. Hopefully this list helped you guys, and if you guys already do have all these ops, please make sure you're bringing them. Ask your teammate to bring them as well, you randoms, whoever. I'm very excited for the new season. Let me know your favorite thing about the new season below in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.